Guys, welcome back. Draven here with another Sabaton reaction video. After doing Midway and Firestorm, another song popped up on my recommended list. This one's called Into the Fire by Sabaton. This is going to be a Pescator video, and of course Pescator does all the summaries and the history of the song in his description. So if you guys haven't yet and you guys are a huge fan of Sabaton, make sure you check out Pescator, because I'm sure 100% of you already know Pescator videos, but make sure if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button for him. Hit that subscribe button for me too, but more importantly for him. Just because the videos that he does is phenomenal work, and it just trumps absolutely the amount of work I put into my videos, because he does the lyrics, he does kind of cool graphics behind it as well, and he does the summaries of the videos for you guys. So just Pescator does excellent videos, and he puts a lot of time into it. I put maybe 40 minutes into my videos. He probably puts hours. So just make sure you guys give that guy a big giant support. He deserves it. So this song, Into the Fire by Sabaton, is about the Second Indochina War. It's also referred to as the Vietnam War in the West and the American War in Vietnam. Interesting. So we call it the Vietnam War here in the United States, but in Vietnam they call it the American War. No, wait, what? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. The Second Indochina War, called the Vietnam War in the West, and the American War in Vietnam. Okay, yeah. Okay. So Vietnam. I did not know that. I did not know Vietnam. The Vietnamese referred to the Vietnam War as something else. The Vietnam War was a proxy war in the context of the Cold War. It was fought from 1957 to 1975 between North Vietnam, supported by its communist allies, and South Vietnam, supported by the United States and other anti-communist nations. The Vietnam War extracted a huge human cost in terms of fatalities, about 3 million deaths. 2 million of them were civilians. That's a ridiculous amount of civilians. Yeah, Vietnam War is not one of those things where here in the United States, like, it's weird. It's weird to talk about the Vietnam War here in the United States because at least in my opinion, this is straight just my opinion. If I had my tie on, I do this thing where if I give an opinion, it's not a fact. I do this for church too. Like, if I give an opinion about church and religion and stuff like that, nothing to do with my personal belief, or I mean everything to do with my personal beliefs, but nothing to do with like doctrinated stuff or something that I read from the Bible or whatever. Like, I'll flip my tie up. Like, so if I'm wearing a tie, I'll flip it up and be like, "This is my personal opinion." This I call it flipping my tie. This is flipping my tie. Personal opinion on the Vietnam War. There's two sad things, two major sad things. I think what was going on with the Vietnam War. One, a lot of people didn't think we should be involved in this. There's the reason why. I'll explain at the end of my statement. Just because it was between two nations that the United States kind of had nothing to do with, but they believed that if North Vietnam took over in Vietnam and made it one big giant nation, that it may influence Russia and Korea and other communist countries to kind of ally together, and then a communist bubble will start growing in Asia. And the United States didn't want that to happen. And so they wanted to support the non-communist country of South Vietnam. And that's why we got involved. French were involved in Vietnam for years prior to the United States ever coming in. But French kind of I don't call it lost control. They just couldn't handle North Vietnam. And so we kind of stepped in. And that's where a lot of people were like, this is not a war we should be part of. This is not a war we should be fighting. And the reason why Vietnam, unfortunately, has a bad problem is that we left Vietnam kind of in the middle of the fight, almost what we did in Iraq. And then not even months later, I think it was like less than 2 months later, North Vietnam just took over South Vietnam anyways and made it a communist country. And so that 10 years of fighting, we didn't really accomplish anything except 3 million people died. So that was the one thing that's unfortunate with the Vietnam War, and it's hard to talk about here in the United States, only just because so many people have strong opinions on it. The second thing that I think is the most tragic is that because it was such a controversial war, the Vietnam troops, when they got home, were treated ridiculously hostile and very little support. And I guarantee the majority of the homeless people here in the United States are Vietnam War vets, because they dealt with some massive stuff that I couldn't even possibly imagine, and two, they didn't get the support when they came home because no one, well, honestly, no one, a lot of people didn't support the Vietnam War. So when they came home, they were considered murderers and traitors and baby killers and stuff when they came back from Vietnam. And can you imagine an 18, 19-year-old who had to deal with this war and then coming back and having your family members not like you, the government not help you? It's just, so that's, to me, that's where the most tragic thing of the Vietnam War. It was a war that was just started poorly, ended poorly, and the repercussions of it are felt still to this day. Vietnam War is tough, and so if you see a Vietnam War vet, like, just gotta give them that. You gotta give them support in some form because they desperately need it, and they were not treated great when they came home. Yeah. Anyways, that was probably super political. That I didn't necessarily mean to get that political on my channel. But anyways, guys, let's jump into it. Sabaton, Into the Fire, about the Vietnam War. I'm excited. Great video from Pescator. Let's check it out. Lest we forget. Yeah. This is napalm. Oh yeah. Oh, this one's so good.
Sent from home, so season into the unknown. Barely landed in the jungle, sent on first patrol. Sun's down, dawn's hot, digging for the night. Ambushing the dawn, they came, the jungle's alive. I fail, my fire starts to burn. The heat, controlling my mind, the soul. A savage running wild, within me the beast starts to roar. Now ready to strike, a creature of the night, into the fire. The flame of napalm strike. Swords down, I'm in charge, pieces everywhere. Overrun his order as I condemn us all to burn. Napalm from above, burning friend and foe. Chaos on the battlefield, the jungle's on fire. This place is driving me insane. Napalm, it's burning us all. This fight, no man can live to tell. Within me, my blood starts to boil. Now ready to strike.
That is an amazing song. I love how much energy they have in their songs.
The flame of napalm strike. From above the asteroid came and it burned the world below. Napalm falling from the sky and it leaves no man alive. I fail, the fire starts to burn. The heat, controlling my mind. Napalm, it's burning us alive. Within me the beast's final roar. Now I'm ready to strike. The creature of the night, into the fire. The flame of napalm strike.
Such an electric song, man. That's just so good. The other videos are just Pescator does such great videos, and Sabaton does such great songs. Like, holy smokes. That was awesome. It's a tough topic to talk about for the Vietnam War, obviously, and there's many great videos or movies that were done about the Vietnam War, and I just, but either way, guys, that was Into the Fire by Sabaton. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be going out of town this weekend starting on Saturday, and I won't be back until Wednesday. So I'll have videos ready to publish Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if there's something wrong with videos, I won't be able to change them, and I most likely won't be able to respond to any of your comments. But I do appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Draven. You guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. Peace.